Abduction, Chapter 8, Part 1. My day at the gym was as odd as any other experience I've had during overseas travel. I expected a day of working out with a guy I just met. If that wasn't awkward enough, I got introduced to his boss. It was not just any boss, but one that I could only compare to a mafia kingpin. I had met CEOs that had a scarier disposition, the type of CEOs that made all their employees jump every time they heard him speak. No, Maxim Volkov was not that kind of scary. He was the type of scary that made you think that someday someone would find your lifeless body with a knife wound in your back. What still puzzles me is I am unsure why I was asked into Maxim's office to meet him in the first place. Indeed, there is more he wanted to know than what I knew about UFOs and aliens. The interview with Maxim was strange and something I had never experienced before. I didn't see Maxim again while I finished my workout. My guess was he was busy doing paperwork or talking on the phone. Valeri proved to be a great workout partner, which was to be expected as he was one of the club's personal trainers. He got into fitness after he had a knee operation. Valeri also turned out to be an interesting person and not just a no-brain muscle-bound guy. And Natasha, the receptionist girl, was friendly and did whatever Valeri asked her to do. It seemed odd considering that their boss seemed to be, at least in appearance, a guy that was not any stranger to the darker side of life. Echo was waiting for me when I got home. It was mid-afternoon and light snow was falling. When I entered Tatiana's apartment, I could see the look in Echo's eyes, and they said that she wanted to talk. Echo could talk about anything, and at times non-stop, but I always usually enjoyed our lengthy conversations. The vibe I was getting did not make me feel warm and fuzzy. I know every guy gets that little voice in their head that says that their girl wants to talk, and that's not going to be a good one. I spoke with Masha Ivanovna today, said Echo. And? She wants us to go and see her tomorrow. Why? Echo sighed. She has some information for us that she would like for us to check out. Do you think she is bullshitting us? I questioned as I moved toward the table near the kitchen. I looked for Tatiana, but I guess she went out for something. Why do you say that? I met the owner of the sporting club, and he feels the same way about Miss Ivanovna as I do. There's something about her that makes us think that she is something more than she seems. Those weren't Maxim Volkov's exact words, but he didn't like the woman either. That isn't saying much. Maxim Volkov seemed to be more than just a reputable businessman. Echo frowned and followed me to the kitchen. I think you're reading Ivanovna wrong. She's pretty nice. She's just a busy person, especially the day we went to see her. Tell me about the owner of the sporting club. We didn't speak for too long, but he was a man I do not want to be on the wrong side of, I said. I watched his employees and how they react with him, and there's a bit of fear there. Well, everyone except Valeri. He acts like he's Maxim's best friend. So you're going to take the word of a mobster about Masha Ivanovna's character? I never said Maxim is a mobster, I replied, and wondered if Echo and I were about to get into another argument over something trivial. I sighed. Are we going to see Ivanovna again before our interview with her? I know you're going to argue that we shouldn't, but I think we should see what she has to say, said Echo as she interlaced her fingers in front of her and sat on the table. I'm not going to argue. Why not? You argue about everything else. Nah, we were getting to it, the real reason she wanted to talk. If I said anything wrong now, we would be yelling at each other. But I didn't want to seem like I was placating her by agreeing. It amazed me how she put me in a position I would not be able to win. Tell me, why are you so interested in finding more aliens? I demanded. Echo blinked and slunk back into her chair. She stared at me with searching eyes. Her hands were still clutched in front of her and on the table. I sensed some air had been taken out of her sails. Guess I'm looking for an answer. An answer to what? Why those aliens in Belarus are here. I'd never given a thought as to why any alien would be interested in coming to planet Earth. Their society would have to be more advanced than ours, so they ain't coming for technology. I can only guess they were here for biological reasons. But who really knew? The crash landed, Echo. I don't believe for a second they had any intentions of releasing those beasts here on this planet, I said with little emotion as I could. I don't believe that, replied Echo. Why bring those alien creatures even close to Earth unless they had a purpose? I raked my hand across my face. Our conversation wasn't going the way I'd hoped it would. I don't know, Echo, and you shouldn't worry about it. You and I put an end to whatever plan the aliens might have with those animals. If the Belarusian government takes care of their end of the cleanup, then there won't be any alien creatures left in the world.